All right. So I want to welcome everyone back. This is a beautiful Monday morning and Sunday night, depending on what part of the world you're watching me from. And I want to welcome you specially to the family meeting for today. All right. Thank you for joining and being a part of this. This is going to be a great time we'll have together. I do not want you to miss this for anything. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear me, please give me 111 in the chat. That allows me to see that you can hear me. I'm live on three platforms on Zoom, on YouTube, and of course on Instagram, trying to make sure that we have the best output possible. Okay, let me check the people on Zoom. Okay, so you can hear me very well. All right, fantastic. Fantastic. Someone says sound is low. My sound is not low in Jesus' name. The sound is very, very high. The sound is very, very high. I'm hoping anyway, by the way, but I think I'm clear enough, both on YouTube, on Instagram, and everywhere. Okay, so welcome everyone. I want to quickly share a line of thoughts that I believe is very, very instructive. And I want to begin our sessions tonight with that line of thoughts for those who are able to hear me or who are able to join the session tonight. Um, Wherever it is you're living right now in the world or on this planet, there is one thing or another that is not going too well with the economy. Even though some countries are having it very crazily, but the truth is, everywhere people are feeling it, things are not going the right way or the way that people would want. And it's very important that we talk about these things as we go about our daily activities and the hope to have a better life. We need to always ask ourselves the question, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And how can I um, shift myself from where I am that is not desirable into where is desirable for me? So that's very important question that we need to be able to ask ourselves as we proceed. Give me 222 on Zoom. So if you all can hear me well, give me 222 on Zoom. Okay, fantastic. So you can hear me on Zoom. That is great. Give me 111 on YouTube if you can hear me very well right now. And Instagram, I hope I'm live. Okay, so I think I'm live on Instagram. Am I supposed to adjust my head like this? Okay. Let me stay in the center. In the center of your will, oh Lord. Okay, let me see if Instagram can hear me. Okay, so I think my sound is good now. So hopefully we should be able to continue without any form of stress. Um, Somebody please help Oliki Prestige on Zoom. I think he has not turned on his sound. So maybe he might need to just join us on YouTube or something if he's not able to hear very well on Zoom. Okay, fantastic. So I was talking about economic challenge across the world and the fact that we need to have conversations about it as we proceed with our life. And the truth is, everybody wants a better life. We all want things a little bit simpler and easier. The degree of what we want from life varies from person to person, but the truth is, we all want a better life. We all want to, have the basic things: food, clothing, shelter, and all of the things that brings comfort to a man's life has to do first with himself. All right. Because when you are at comfort with yourself And when you're happy with yourself, when you're good with yourself, it is the foundation for which you build your interaction with your environment. Now, the second one, which has to follow the internal satisfaction, is your environmental satisfaction, which means your environment needs to be in a certain way for life to be called easy, for life to be good, um, for life to be good for you. So it is very important that your inner peace, all right, your inner or your personal fulfillment or your personal wholeness precede what is on the external. So what are we talking about? To be able to have a good life, there are two things that needs to play its role. One is yourself. The second one is your environment. Now, your environment you do not have control over, but yourself you have control over. All right. So what you become, all right, how you grow yourself, what you consume is a choice you have power over. What the environment gives to you, on the other hand, is something you cannot control. Now, majority of people, 99% of people, focus on what they cannot control, which is what the environment gives to them. So you are following me. So when you focus on what you cannot control, you'll be at the mercy of someone else. Your happiness is at the expense of what someone else does or did not do. That is not a good way to live your life. You have to be able to first find happiness or find fulfillment or essence or purpose in and within yourself. You have to be able to be in control of your own life, how you feel, what you feel, and all of those things. Then you prepare yourself to respond to your environment in a way that will give you the best outcome possible per time. Okay, this sounds a little bit complex, but it's as simple as ABC. There are two things that determines the quality of your life. One is what happens inside you. Two is what happens around you. What happens around you, you cannot control. What happens inside you, to a large degree, you can control. Unfortunately, many people, maybe including you, focus on what happened outside. And these issues include the state of the location of the country you live in, the economy of the country you live in, the choices of the politicians that runs your country, all right, or the state of the world generally. If all of these things determines the quality of your life, you will live in frustration and depressions and all these shons that are not positive, all right? But if you live your life based on what you can control, which is how you feel, you control how you feel, you control your own growth, you control your own essence, then you will have peace in the midst of chaos. Now, you are also going to be ready to handle the things you can't control, these external factors, these political influences, all right? You will be able to respond to it to a great extent. Now, I am not saying we should completely ignore our environment, because no matter what, I'm able to enjoy 24 hours electricity at half the rate of what I'm paying in Nigeria while I was there a few months ago. All right. I'm able to enjoy fast internet connectivity because of the location that I am. All right. The quality of my life is respected by almost every element just because of the location that I'm living. I was talking to a friend on a video call some days ago, and I was telling this friend that, see, I'm outside, though, I'm trying to go buy something at the grocery store. I'm going to walk into this road right now. Excuse me, and all these beautiful vehicles that are moving here, all of them will wait for me to pass. He said, better be careful. I said, don't worry. It's called zebra crossing. I'm a zebra, and there's no lights in this particular part of the street. So I can just walk. And no matter the emergency, no matter how rich your car or the owner of the car is, or the car is, or everybody would wait for me to pass. As a matter of fact, when I approach the beginning of that crossroad, any car coming will slow down because they are anticipating that I was going to enter the road. They respect every life. Unlike the country I come from, You better not enter the road and say there's zebra crossing anywhere. You will find yourself in pepper soup pot. All right. So you can live in an environment that even though you have inner peace and all of this inner essence and stuff, the external factor can truncate your life. They can kill you, they can do all kinds of things, they can frustrate you. So that also is a major thing that we need to consider. So as much as I'm working on myself and being the best version of me that I can be and all of that, I also need to pay attention to the things around that I can not control because they determine ultimately what happens in my life. Now, it's easy to teach and say, you know what, just make money, have a business and do stuff and all of that. No matter how great your business is, one policy can clear it completely and you go back to ground zero in a day. It's as crazy as that. All of a sudden, the monies you have in your hands becomes useless. Talking to a friend today who is staying at the currently probably the most expensive hotel in Nigeria right now is one of the latest ones. Some of you will know, I call them Deleboro. Deleboro. I don't know how to pronounce the name. All right. ah, Zoom, we are going down in 10 minutes. So I'll come back, once we go down in Zoom, or you can join me on YouTube. We'll soon be able to get rid of this matter. All right. So I was asking the person, how much is the room? The person said 700, 700K naira for a room. I was like, whoa, that's nice. I said, the reality is, at the time they set the price, 700K was about $1,000. As of today, I got some dollars through Naira. 700K is 1.7. I'm sorry, $1,000 is 1.7 million. So, which means the room rates adjusted for inflation should be 1.7 million, but they're paying 700K for the room. Do you get where I'm going with this? So it means that whatever the 700K was supposed to be catering to, salary, other things that they buy, power, whatever, you, and all of that, the 700K will no longer be able to meet up, but they cannot increase the price of the room. Else, maybe nobody will want to pay 1.7 where they could pay 700K. All right. So, as much as possible, the fact that you do business in Nigeria, I'm talking about environmental impact now, it affects the business you're doing, what the government are doing, what the environment is doing. All right. You will be affected. How about contractors who are building houses, who have done bill of lading, who have done bill of quantity, and let's say they had arrived at, say, 1 billion to build a property. And all of a sudden, the price of cement went from 4,000 to 15,000. All right. The materials that they needed to import that they've not imported has gone 4 times, 5 times in price. What would they do? They have signed, they have done everything. Money has been released to them. They cannot build now. Some of them are going to end up in court case. Why? Because all of a sudden, what will complete the building is no longer 1 billion, it's now 2.7 billion or 2.5 billion. So how do you go back to the person and say, sorry, you can see what's happening? So a lot of people are taking losses and different incredible things are happening. So now what does this simply mean? It means that as much as you are working on yourself, you need to also pay attention to your environment because your environment is playing a key role in the final outcome of your life. Do you get me? If you're following me so far, please type value. All right. So I said two things determines the quality of life you live, the quality of life I live. It's the internal and the external. The internal are things that happen to us, which are the things we can control. The external are the things that happens in our environment that we cannot control. An example of them are the choices the people in politics and power are making. Whatever choice they are making affect us. But we cannot put the entire reality of our lives around those environmental impacts. around those political impact alone, we can do better by working and focusing on ourselves. So you got to be able to focus on yourself. There are things you can do about your life that put you in a better position for you to be able to get the best out of your life. All right, so tonight I'm going to be talking about some very important points that I call the 5 levels of growth in life. These are 5 categories of people that exist, and each of them have different characteristics. Each of them have different identity. And when you recognize where you fall, you will know the things you need. All right. At level ones, there are needs that are peculiar to those people. At level two, there are needs that are peculiar to them up to level five. So each of these levels are very significant and important because almost everyone who has ever risen to level five used to be at level one at some point. Level two, used to be at level one at some point. And that is very critical for us to get the best out of life. Okay. Somebody said something that blew my mind. This was it this afternoon, yesterday afternoon, from my own time zone, and said that you cannot teach money to hungry people. You cannot teach hungry people about money because what they are thinking about is food. All right. What they are thinking about is food. All right. Yoruba people used to say, "Bi iwo no koro mi iwo." It means that the basic gratification that a man desire, a human being desire, if it is not met, they are not ready for secondary things. All right, they are not ready for secondary things. How do I mean? There was a story of a twin who were born on the same day, and instead of them to say, "He's my twin, I like him too, he's my twin," they were always competing. Their competition was so fierce that while they were still in their mother's womb, they troubled their mother so much. They are always turning and turning. So they assumed that their competition had started from the womb. And when they were born, they were both competing. It was so competitive that they split the family in two. One of the twins, they were both boys, became the mother's favorite. The other one became the father's favorite. So one was brought up in the way of, in a feminine way. The other one, was taken after his father. All right. And these people started to grow. But of course, one was born before the other. So there is an elder one, even though it's just about less than an hour difference in age. So because of that less than an hour, by hierarchy of birth, he's supposed to be the first son. All right. And the first son, by their culture, is supposed to inherit everything the father has. So the culture is such that whoever is the first son takes everything and becomes the father for his younger ones. So his second brother, is the second son, has to only take what the firstborn allocates to him by his own prerogative. So the fact that I'm the firstborn, whatever our father has, everything is willed to me. Now, my younger ones are at my mercy. If I like, I give them. If I like, I don't give them. So that is why anyone that is not a first son does not wait on father's inheritance. They try to, go and do stuff. So one day, the older one went to do his business and he came back home because the younger one is always with the mother, so he learned how to cook. So the second one had made a very nice meal, and the one that had gone out for 3 days trying to catch animal. He was in the games. He came back pretty hungry, and then he met his brother, just finished cooking, about to start eating, said, "Hey, don't eat that food. I'm about to die. Give me first." I was say, "Why should I give you? You know what I went through to prepare this food and all of that. No, there's no food for you." Say, "Please, I will die if you do not give me this food." Say, "Really? Mm. Okay, I'll give you the food on one condition. From today henceforth, I am your senior. You are now my junior." I don't know. Some of you, if you have played this game before, that you tell somebody, somebody's asking you for something, say, please give me that. Say, oh, yeah, call me brother, call me auntie, say you love me. Say that one too. We say this and this and this. It reminds me of one old English comedy that I used to watch. Two guys, a Pakistani and an Indian guy. They're always rivals. They're always fighting each other. So one day, the Pakistan guy, no, the Indian guy uh, wanted um, to borrow money to buy something from the Pakistan guy. So, and it was like, please give me this amount, very small amounts. I want to buy this thing. Said, I don't have any money to give you, but if you are willing to say that all Pakistan guys are great people, they are beautiful people, they are lovely people, I will give you the money you want. Said, you mean if I say all Pakistan guys are great people and mighty people, you will give me the money? He said, no, I will not borrow you the money. I will dash you as a gift. We need to go back to Zoom. He said, I will not just borrow you. I'm going to dash you the money as a gift. So he now said, in that case, okay, I want to take a moment to allow the people on Zoom to join us back. Okay, I think they're coming back. So it was like, you mean if I say all these things you're asking me to say, you're going to borrow me the money? He said, no, I'm not borrowing you. I'm going to give you. It's a gift. So say in that case, all Pakistan guys are great people. They are wonderful people. They are beautiful people. So the Pakistan guy was enjoying it. Now said, great. So now said, now you are gone. Oh yeah, take the money. So the moment he gave him the money, the Indian guy now tapped the Pakistan guy, said, one more thing. All Indian guys are bloody liars. So it means after he had said what he wanted to say, he said, I didn't mean it. I was lying. No, you are not great and all of that. So he said, give me my money back. I said, nah, I've collected it already. So he said, give me the right to be the firstborn and then I'll give you the food. And I said, firstborn, what does that one got to do with me? If I die, am I still firstborn? I beg, give me food. You are the firstborn now. Say, swear it. Say, you are the firstborn, I swear. So he gave him the food. And then he ate, he was happy and all of that. Now, when we look at that story, a lot of us feel very angry and we feel like the older brother uh, who decided to relinquish his right as the older brother, as the firstborn son, was a stupid guy. He doesn't have brain. Why would you trade such a great stuff for just one meal and all of that? It is easy uh, um, to criticize players when you are not on the field. Hmm? It's very easy to criticize the things that people are doing when you are not in there with them. The reality is that many of us, at one point or another in our lives, have carried out a similar offense. All right. We have looked at immediate gratification and let go of long term gain. And sometimes the lie we tell ourselves is, what is long term gain when I may not even see tomorrow? So, this challenge that I have right now is so big that tomorrow is nothing. And then, like, I just have to solve this now. Let me give you an example. Some of you, because you could not pay rent that was due, you went and put your hands into things that were against your beliefs. Hmm? Maybe a lady, you went to go and sleep with somebody that you would not sleep with before. Went to go and do hookup because you have to pay the rent. It might not just be rent, it might be maybe a parent is not feeling fine and you've spent money, some money to pay the bills, the treatment bills, and you just need to come up with money and you put your hands into things that are against your beliefs. You put your hands into things that made you trade, a more beautiful future. Some of you made choices to study some things in school against what something else you could have studied that would have given you a better life. All right. There are a lot of trade offs that we do because we just want something to happen right now. Some of you sell out some investments, and you're regretting you sold the land 2 years or 3 years after you bought it, and 10 years later that land is now worth 1,000 times what it used to be when you bought it. Some of you are even trading crypto and you sold, and after you sell, the price went up, and you're like, yay, I wish I was still in there. There's so many things in life that life brings to us that makes us uh, take decisions or make decisions that put us in a place of loss, in a place where we are trading a long-term benefit for a short-term gratification. So it means, therefore, that there is a difficulty or an impossibility in your ability to teach money to broke, no, no, to hungry people, not broke, to hungry people. So it's difficult. It's difficult. All right, because they're thinking about now, now, now. Hungry people join our platforms and they expect to make money tomorrow. All right, the expectations of a hungry man is feed me now. Hmm? The expectation of a man that is not hungry is how do I secure the future? What I'm about to do right now, how does he pay me now and later and later and later for a long time? So they think about a long time. One of the guys that I love his story so much is one of the richest guys here in Dubai, Rizwan, the founder of Danube Properties. Um, I think I saw his video. It was talking about don't go to the grocery to shop when you are hungry because you will buy junk. So don't go to the grocery. Don't go grocery shopping when you are hungry. Make sure you eat and you are full, then you go shop. At that time, you are picking for the long term. But if you go grocery shopping while you are hungry, almost everything wants to enter inside your stomach because you are hungry. So you just pick things that you want to eat right now. And you end up picking meals that should feed 10 people for only you. And what happens when you pick 10 people's meal? 9 portion of meal will waste because the moment you eat one person's portion, every other thing becomes crazy. All right. If you can hear me very well on Zoom, please give me 111. I don't know. Maybe some people are finding it difficult to hear, but that is the thing. All right. So don't go grocery shopping when you are hungry. So the same way it's difficult to really teach money to people that are hungry. Anyways, let's put that aside. I want to share with you quickly 5 levels of growth in life. I teach this often to people that are able to do one-on-one mentorship with me, and it's a simple guide that many people needs to come to terms with. It's more or less like you're checking your temperature with a thermometer. You're trying to check exactly where you fall, exactly where in life are you right now, and how do you work around it to be able to move to the next level of life. So, are you ready? Let's get right into it. The 5 levels of growth in life. Number one, number one, the first level are people. Now, this first level contains a lot of people. This first level are people who don't know what they want in life. There are people who do not know what they want in life. All right. The first level out of these 5 levels are people who don't know what they want in life. Now, they have what we call vague desires. Um, when you ask somebody who falls in this category, what do you want? They will tell you, I want money. If you say, how much money do you want? They say, a lot of money. Oh, I just want money. So they have an idea that for me to buy ABC, I need to use money to buy it. So I need money. All right. They wake up in the morning. There is no plan. There is no strategy. There is no goal. It's just hoping that something will happen. Many of them make prayer points that are vague. Oh God, change my story. Change my story. It's a stupid answer. It's a stupid prayer to pray. What is your current story and what should the new story be? They don't know. Change my situation. Your prayer of Jabez. Jabez know it in the prayer. So change my story. Hey, oh Lord, every power that is stopping my destiny, change, die. But God, these things are so vague. They are not specific. There is no strategy to it. You do not have an idea what you want. All right? You do not have an idea what you want. So these categories of people, you find them everywhere. You find them everywhere. A lot of them are listening to me now. They don't have an idea what they want from life. They just know that they want to make money. How much do you want to make? They can't even tell you. I was training a couple of graduates, I think, some several years ago. This almost 20 years now. And then I asked a lady, how much money do you want to make in the next 1 year? And she said, a lot of money. I said, a lot of money. If I give you 10,000 naira in coins, that's a lot of money. You can't carry it easily. He said, just a lot of money. I said, a lot. Give me a figure. I said, I don't know. Just, plenty money. I said, wow, really? Now, there are few people who fall in this category who get to make money by mistake. All right. They just sometimes find themselves at the right place at the right time. And then they just make some money by mysterious means. All right. Some unexplainable, unrepeatable, unreplicatable means. All right. And when they make this money, they are happy the first time that they made the money. But at the end of the day, a few moments later, they are going to become more miserable than they were before they made that money because they would have tasted and adjusted the lifestyle to a level that cannot be sustained. There are only few amount of money you will make that you cannot finish. There are only few amount of money that you can make in that way that you cannot finish. No matter what, you keep spending and you're not making more, the money will finish one day. Okay? So this very few percentage that got lucky, that just got some money, gets into big trouble later if they don't change level. So the first category are people who are clueless. They do not know what they want from life. They are everywhere. So if you meet such a person, the solution, what they really, really need, all right, is help for clarity. They need help for clarity. They need to be able to put themselves together and say, let me dream. What exactly are important to me? Let me write them down. Let me know them. I need a bit of clarity about my life. All right. So what those people need is not money, it's clarity. So if you find yourself in that category where you don't know exactly what you want, you just want to be rich, you just want to make money, and you are not clear about it, then you are in serious trouble. That's category one. Level two out of five. Okay. Level two are people who know what they want. These ones are better than level one. They now have clarity. They now say, for example, let's talk financial. Let me tie this to finance because finance cut across every other area of your life, anyways. So it's very important. So let's say this level two says, I want $100,000 this year. So they have what we call a clear desire. The first one have a vague desire, not clear. So this one wants $100,000 this year, 2024. This is February 26. They want $100,000. Great. That is very specific. Why? There's a number to it. You can break it down into a little less than $10,000 a month. All right, that's what will give you that at the end of the 12 months. Or would technically have like 10 months to go. That's roughly about $10,000 every month. All right. So they are clear about that. Now, how many of you know exactly what you want this year financially? I want you to ask yourself. Don't answer me. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, do I know what I want this year financially? Have I set a goal of what I want to achieve this year? Now, let me quickly digress a bit. The magic to life is not just having a big goal. The magic to life is recognizing that between waking hour and sleeping hour is a bunch of little goals that you can easily achieve. The magic of life is recognizing that between the waking hour and the sleeping hour are a bunch of little goals that you can easily achieve. So, to be able to do this simply means you need to develop a culture that sets goals and achieves them. Are you following me, guys? You need to be able to set a culture that set goals and achieves them. So, for every waking hour, as a matter of fact, this is the formula I was taught years ago. Set your goals the night before. And I still do it till date. I still do it till date. Was it yesterday or now 2 days ago? I set 7 goals to achieve yesterday. And when I look at the goals, it was too ambitious. So when I woke up, I pick it up. I usually type it on my phone. And what I do is, moment I type it, I use my Samsung Note. Moment I type it, I just leave it and then close the phone like this and then sleep. The reason I do that is no matter what, as I pick this phone in the morning, either I pick it in the afternoon or morning, whenever it is that I'm waking up and starting my day and I'm picking this phone and I unlock it, the first thing I see are the tasks for the day, the goals that I've set for the day, things I want to achieve for the day. So that yesterday I went into it. The first one was the biggest one and I face it headlong. Now I noticed one thing. This will help some people. While I wanted to start, I forgot about the remaining 6. I only put the first one first. Then I did something. I put my phones on do not disturb. I kept them somewhere to be charging. And I went on my computer, which is my workstation, and I began to work on the first task. Within 2 minutes, I went into the kitchen, I beat something, and the thing I beat almost exploded my mouth yesterday. Please, by the way, don't microwave egg grow. If you microwave egg grow, let it cool down before you start eating it. So I microwave egg grow for 1 minute. I picked it up and I positioned myself to start eating. As I put my mouth on it, the thing turned to bamboo. Ooh, exploded in my mouth. I even thought my lips are gone. Like I've turned to hippopotamus, lip. But thank God, my lips are still there. I still feel the pain of it a bit anyway, but my lips are still here, thank God. All right. So I put something in my mouth and then came back, pick up my phone, go back to the notes, pick number 2, set myself, worked on it, and I finished the first 3. So the moment I finished the first 3, I discovered that I've achieved within a few hours of the day what normally would have taken me an elastic 1 week to do. Why? Because I wrote it down and I followed that simple process. Okay? So a night before, try to write down maybe 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things that you want to be able to do. It could be, I want to learn about video editing on my mobile phone for 1 hour. Then you write it down or type it inside your notes on your phone, and then sleep and wake up, pick it up. 1 hour video editing. There is this joy that comes every time you fulfill a task. There's this joy that comes every time you do that. So to live a deliberate life, all right, that sets a goal, you have to make it your culture. Did you get me? You have to turn goal setting to a culture. It has to be something that you do every time. And how does it become a culture? Like I said, from your waking hour and your sleeping hour, it's a bunch of little, little goals. But you know what? You don't stumble into goals. My one of my old mentors used to tell me that the day you know you are useless is when a friend calls you, let's say by 9 a.m., and ask if you could hang out, and you have time to hang out that same day. I'm not saying you are even forming now. I'm saying you have time to hang out that same day. You are useless. When somebody did not call you and they came to town and they say, hey, you did town, you did town, oh, yeah, come now, make we meet. And you two, you dress up, you enter your car if you have one. Excuse me, you don't have a car, you jump on Uber or something, or taxi or bus or bike or something, and then you are going there. You are a useless human being. You are a useless human being. All right? Why? Because you haven't planned your day. Because I know you are not a prophet that says that, oh, tomorrow my friend Kunle will call me and I will go hang out with Kunle for 3 hours. Hey, I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. You were not planning it yesterday, but today came because you are useless. They call you and then you to jump and pew, you go there. So anytime someone interrupts your day and you have time to go and do things you did not plan, especially unproductive things in line of your goal, then you are not a serious human being. So you need to wake up. Okay? You need to wake up. It is, anyways, naturally me, I don't like going out. I'm one of the wrongest person you can call and say, I'm in your town, let's hang out. It will be a lot too. Maybe if Barack Obama called me and say, sir, I'm in Dubai, let's see. The first thing I would tell him, welcome to Dubai. You are my great guy, but why didn't you tell me you were coming ahead? Why are you just telling me when you got to Dubai? So the next thing you will hear from my mouth is, when are you leaving? You say, I'm here for 3 days. I'll say, okay, I'll let you know if we will be able to see. Then I will now check when I'm setting this thing for tomorrow. Okay, I can spare 2 hours. Barack is a very important person to me. So I'll now send him a message. Are you available tomorrow? Can you see me tomorrow? Why did I say Barack is Chris Obama? Oh, look at me. So I'll say, yeah, okay, Chris Obama, let me see. 7 p.m. tomorrow, let's go see a movie. I have 2 hours. I want to see a movie. So let's meet at the mall. Let's see a movie. So that now happens because I have free time that I want to use to see a movie. So he can join me. I am not adjusting my schedule for him. I'm only adding him to my schedule. He's part of my schedule. Do you understand? So if your life has not gotten to that level yet, you are not a serious human being yet. So you need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself such that people cannot just bump into you. I have a friend that wants to come and shoot some podcast in my house. And this guy has been trying to get an appointment to come here for 1 week. The unfortunate reality is that when he is free, I'm either in a session, I'm doing a class, or I'm doing a meeting, or I'm recording. It's not just the best time for me. The time I'm free that I gave him time he is not available. So for the last 1 week now, we've not been able to do anything. Okay. So that makes him respect me, makes me respect him more. You can't just bump into me. Even if you are, anyway, let me just leave that behind. So knowing what you want is level two. Everybody needs to pass through this level every day. Because you need to remind yourself, what is the goal? What is the goal? What is the target? Why am I doing what I'm doing? What exactly is the goal? All right. I have a 5-year goal. My 5-year goal is to have impacted 1 million Africans. All right. To have a minimum $1,000 income. 1 million Africans to have a million $1,000 income. Somebody called me, sent me a message, not a call. Hey, sir, from the things I learned from you, I'm now able to do this and this and this. Now I'm teaching other people to be able to do the same thing. I say, fantastic. Someone was with me when the message came. So I was telling the person that was with me that I want to impact 1 million people. This person now has crossed the $1,000 mark. This person is now training other people to do the same thing. Now, if this person is able to train 100 people, that is 101 to my credit. Yes, I did not train those 100 people directly, but they are benefiting from who I have trained or who has learned a thing or two from me is now impacting them. And it's difficult for him to successfully train them and then he won't mention my name. Somehow he will mention my name. Do you understand? Somehow they will know that, oh, our teacher, our trainer, our coach has another coach that he learned from. So that way it's easy. Now, in 5 years, I want to focus on that. So activities that move me closer to that helps. So if you invite me to come and talk to a crowd of people, I will gladly come, provided the title you're giving me has something to do with income. You know, income is job, business, personal business or self-employment, big business or investment. If it comes in these 4 categories, count me in. Oh, I will teach you to stupor. Now, the goal is not just to teach at that conference or that event or that webinar or that masterclass alone. The goal is to connect with those crowds so they can follow me. When I mean follow, I don't mean literal follow on social media. I mean to follow the things that I teach enough for them to get beyond that mark. All of you listening to me right now, you are my project, especially if you're not making $1,000 a month yet, especially if you are not yet. And if you are doing $1,000, why don't we add 10 to it and make it 10,000? If we're doing 10,000, let's add 10 to it to make it 100,000. So it's my passion. I learn, I practice, I do all kinds of things so that I can break it down into simpler form for you to be able to get. So, ladies and gentlemen, ability to set goals every day as you wake up, between your wake up time and your sleeping time, has to be your culture. Did you get it? It has to be your culture. So that's level 2 of life. Level 2 of life. Level 1 is those who do not know what they want. There are too many people. You see them on the road. When I was in Africa, in Nigeria last previous month, each time I drive out and I see all these boys that come at a little bit of traffic, and then they have this stuff that they want to pour in front of your car and windshield and all that. Some of them are begging, some of them are trying to sell stuff and all of that. I looked at these people. There is a group of boys close to VGC in Lagos. They're constructing a bridge. Only God knows when they'll finish that bridge, by the way. So these boys will create a little space for a car to make a quick U-turn so that you don't go and turn in a very longer place. And then they ask you to give them some money. And when I look at them, some of them are old enough to be a family man. So which means some of them are technically fathers. They have children. Or some of them are even married. Maybe they have a wife in the house. Or some of them are baby daddies or what have you. And I wonder how much those guys are going to make the entire day. And when they split it amongst themselves, what exactly is going to come to them and how they're going to be able to take care of their families and all of that. And People just, too many people just wake up and spend the day, then sleep, then wake up and spend the day. Life it's not sweet, it's not worth living when there is no goal. The near death experience is when they have a reason to live. You can go and check this. When people have a solid reason to live, maybe they have a lover that they love so much, all right, the rate of recovery. Who did we offend though? My live stream is my, my live stream is hanging. The rate of recovery of those people shoot off to the roof. Their rate of recovery shoot off to the roof. Fantastic. Something is happening on Instagram. Instagram is frozen. I don't know why. Um, all right, if you're on Instagram and you can hear me, I don't know. Uh, Zoom too has 10 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Okay, so Zoom, we are going to go off and come back. If you don't want to, just go to YouTube. YouTube is the best. I think YouTube is great. If you're hearing me on YouTube and we are good, please give me a 111. Thank you. Give me a 111 on YouTube if you can hear me and we're good. So I think we're still good on YouTube. We're good on Zoom. But Zoom is going to go off in 10 minutes. But Instagram is frozen on my device here. Wondering why. So, which means most likely everyone else is also frozen on my device. But Zoom is going to go off in 10 minutes. But Instagram is frozen. Instagram can hear me. Oh. Instagram, if you can hear me, give me, just type value. Okay, I think they are back. They can hear me now. Okay, so I think it's just something playing pranks. They can hear me. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so category 2 is a good place to be, but you have to make goal setting your culture. All right, fantastic. So they can hear me on IG. All right, you have to make goal setting your culture. It's very important. It has to be your culture. It has to be something you want to do every time. You cannot just allow people to bump into your day and you have time. If you always have time for any emergency that is not super. So somebody asked me a question on Zoom here. Say, what if Elon Musk calls me? He doesn't have my number yet. If Elon Musk calls me now, it's probably a scammer that is using AI voice to call me. He doesn't have my number yet. But let's assume I have a relationship with Elon Musk. For Elon Musk to call me, he's one of the busiest human beings on earth. For him to call me means whatever is the purpose of the calling is bigger than whatever goal I have for the day. So one day I will leave my goal beside and go and meet this man because whatever he's calling me for is obviously going to be much more valuable than whatever goal that I set for myself for the day. Do you get it? All right. So Zoom is back now. Is good now. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. So let's go to level 3. We are talking about 5 levels of growth in life. The first level, like I said, are those who do not know what they want from life. Anywhere belle face, they don't know what they want. All right. When they are finishing junior secondary school, they are asking them which of the senior secondary school they want to go. They say anyone. So maybe they pick art class, then plenty for art class and commercial. Science people, they get sense small. Anyways, it's not throwing beef, but we science people we always have more sense than the rest of them. So, anyways, they finished that. They said, which university would you like to go? They said, any university. Which course would you like to do? Any course. And then they enter inside one funny course like that. Said, what grade would you like to have now that you're in school? Say, any grade. And then they finish with any grade. Say, what job? Now they want to do, say, any job. And then they get any job. Would you want to marry anybody? And then they turn out to become anybody in life as well. They turn out to become nobody in life as well. So you cannot live your life based on anything, any. No, 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 no. Decide what exactly you want. That's level one. People who know what they want. Level two are those who know what they want. I'm limiting this to finance. All right, but it's also applicable in every other thing. All right. It's also applicable to every other thing, every other areas of life. All right. So level two are those who know what they want. They have a clear desire. I want to make $100,000 this year. Aha! Now we are talking. I want to make a $10,000 income every month. Because the fact that you know this thing, no mean say you have the money. You will, I know that one's still higher level. All right. So that's level two. Level three. Level three don't only know what they want. They are now at a level where they know what to do to get what they want. They don't just know what they want, they know what to do to get what they want. These categories or this level of growth are called the knowledgeable. They have data, they have information, they know what to do to get what they want. So, let me give you a nice example. It's a vague example anyway, but I want $100,000 this year. That's where a lot of people stop. They are clear about the amount they want. But how will you get the $100,000 you need? What do you have to do to get the $100,000 you need? Please listen. There are multiple ways to arrive at number 10 through additions or subtraction or multiplication. That's already 3 ways I've told you. Now, if you pick addition, 9 plus 1 will give you 10. 8 plus 2 will give you 10. 5 plus 5 will give you 10. 4 plus 6 will give you 10. Not so. If you come to subtraction, 11 minus 1 will give you 10. 2 times 5 will give you 10. Not so. So which means 10 as our clear goal has many ways that we can use to get there. Now, what this does to a lot of people is because there are multiple ways to achieve a goal that you want, you end up not following any way. Or some of you pack multiple ways, all right, and you're not clear of what path exactly will take you to the goal that you're setting. You are a joker. If you have a first degree, even if it's first class, you live in Nigeria and you set a clear goal because somebody don't give you motivation, a clear goal of $100,000, and you think the way to get it is through a job. You have not woken up. You are still sleeping. I don't care even if you work with the presidency. There is no job. Even the salary of the president is not up to $100,000 a year. I say salary. I don't say, those people don't live on salaries. They live on resala. Resala, not salary. But even their salaries is not up to that. That's the highest job in the country. There is no CEO. Okay, well, maybe one or two CEOs of some multinational companies in Nigeria might earn up to $100,000 a year. Maybe one or two of them. But majority, 99.9% of CEOs are not even earning that money. So you are not going to ever get to that goal through a job. So knowing what to do to achieve it, knowing the route that is going to take you to achieve it, is the third level. Is called the knowledgeable. Are you knowledgeable? Number one, do you even know what you want from life? If you know what you want from life, congratulations, you are now in level two. So, level three, do you know what to do to get what you want from life? Now, when we're saying what you want from life, I'm not talking about what you want at age 80. That is macro. The overview of your life. A lot of you are in your 20s. If you're below 25, congratulations. This is the time to try everything, to do everything. Don't do one thing at this age. Do multiple things. Don't waste your young age. Do many things. Get a job at different places. Maybe every week, we get a new job every month at different places. Not for the money, but for experiences and learning and relationship and all of that. Just be doing many things. Do this business, do that business, enter this and that, and live. Enjoy. Have different friendship. I'm not talking about relationship. Let me talk about money. Let me just stay in my lane, do my money lane. Do all kinds of legitimate things to make money. Learn forex, learn crypto, everything. Learn affiliate marketing, learn Amazon this. I have to reach out to Zoom people. Learn everything. All right? Learn everything that is possible. If you are that age, learn everything. Learn everything. Okay, that's less than 25. Oh. But moment you are 25 and above, huh? Find one thing. Now, when I mean one thing that brings money easily, all right, and expand on that thing enough such that it can become passive. So, which means between age 18 or age 17 to 24, you must have done so many things and you must have perfect at least one or two or three things that helps you bring income a lot easier than everything else. Then you focus on that one and establish it to a level where it brings for you passive income, which means you don't have to do much with it anymore and it keeps on bringing you income. So from 25 and above, you must have one thing that you are doing, expanding. From 30, that's 25 to 30. Some of you are 60 years old. I'm not talking about you yet. From 30 and above, what you now need to do from 30 to 40, actually, from 30 to 40, this is what you need to do. That is your age of scaling. It's a higher level of demand. That's the age where you learn. So between age 30 and 40, find a mentor that you can build a direct one-on-one relationship with. All right? Who has done far more than what you are trying to do already. All right. So if you're 30, because if you have done well in your 20s, you've done all the play in your 20s, and in between 25 and 30, you focus on something, you would have good cash flow. Hmm? So with that cash flow, it's not to enrich yourself. That's the cash flow you use to pay multiple mentors. So you get wisdom. Now, you're getting mentorship for the following reason. Number one, for strategy. And I'm going to get into that. You're going to understand what strategy means. You're getting a mentor for strategy. Strategies are personal approach all right, to achieve a desired result. Two people's strategies will never be the same because their personality are different. They can achieve the same results, maybe even at similar times or a similar scale, but their strategies will always be different. So strategies are personal approach that achieves a result. So if I achieve a result using a certain personal approach, that approach becomes my strategy. When I reapply it again, it gives me similar results. I can teach you my strategy. If you apply it the way I do, you will get my kind of results. But I can also give you my strategy and you apply and it doesn't work for you. Why? Because your personality has contaminated that strategy. Example, you're learning amazing strategies from people in the US and you're trying to apply it in Nigeria economy. The economy itself will contaminate that strategy. Doesn't mean it's not working, but the application of it in the Nigeria fray is not going to work. You will struggle. One major difference between those two locations is abundance exists in America, scarcity rules in Nigeria. And you'll be shocked how the same strategy will produce so much under abundance while it will struggle to survive in scarcity. You'll be shocked. The difference that these two can make, you'll be shocked. Okay? So, okay, you get a mentor for their strategy, their track record, their approach that got them their results. I call it the behind the scene. The behind the scene, all right, of how they got their results. There are some of you that you have grown beyond buying courses. What you need to buy are coaching and mentorship. Pay millions and see what happens. If you're in your 30s, by now you should understand what you sow is what determines what you will reap. What you sow is not what you reap. That is a wrong statement. All right. But the kind of seed you sow determines the kind of fruit that is produced. But what you sow is always going to be smaller than what you reap. What you reap is always going to be more than what you sow, but it's the same kind. That's the only way that statement is true. But you don't reap what you sow. Mba. What you reap is pressed down, shaken together, and running over of what you sow. Do you get it? So you don't reap what you sow, you reap multiple of what you sow. Now, this knowledge alone will affect your seed. Hey. If you're thinking of reaping what you sow, you will sow what is convenient. But if you understand that you're going to get multiple of what you sow, you will do your best to sow as many things as possible. Am I correct? Somebody getting value on this call today. I had put in the chat, put value, value, value. Okay? So when you have this understanding, you are willing to go all out to sow as many things as possible. So as you grow older in life, bulk of your money should go into mentorship, not courses and other things anymore. There are some of you in the family meeting who should chat me and say, Sam, I'm joining all this general class. I need one on one. This is how I am. How much? It might be too expensive for some people, but I can recommend maybe one of my boys that will give you what you need at that time and you can afford him. And if you can't afford me at once, there's what they call payment plan. But a lot of people, why will I pay? Hey, see, if it's about money, you have to pay. The only thing where I feel mentor you, where I no go collect any money from you is spiritual mentorship. And if I mentor you spiritually, you go so see tire. Not so. You will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. Okay? So it's very important. Mentorship 30 to 40. Very, very important. Okay? So that's number one. You get a mentor for strategy. Number two, you get a mentor for sponsorship. Sponsorship. You get a mentor for sponsorship. Now, what do I mean by sponsorship? A mentor, I don't mean a mentor will give you money to execute your projects. No, they give you resources without money. Some mentors can even give you money, but it's it should never even cross your mind that the reason I want this person's mentorship is so I can give him money. No, it's so that I can give you resources. Now, resources are not limited to money. Part of the resources are um, contacts, guidance. All right, so this say I have this project I want to do and all of that, and say this project in this place I know what you need to do. So avoid this, do that, and go and do that. Oh, you will need this, you will need that. Have you gotten that? Go and collect that. Take my notes and do this. So I will call somebody for you. And so their wisdom, their guidance, all right, are a form of sponsorship. And in some cases, they also invest in you, cash wise, money wise. Yeah. So it is not about money alone when we're talking about sponsorship. So a mentor is someone that can give you that. There is a uh, there is a an amazing guy from Kenya back in the days. I used to have a company in Kenya, by the way, in 2018. So I met this guy. I was invited to speak at an association of network marketers. So I went to speak, and that was where I met this guy. He was very vocal, great guy. His name is Barack Obama, not Chris Obama. His name is Barack Obama. So, so Barack connected with me and all of that, told me amazing things that he has done and all. So I was back in Nigeria 2019, and then he called me and he told me, uh, Doctor was not doctor then. Sam, I have this idea, I have this stuff I want to do and all of that. I need your guidance based on what you have done and all that. And this guy spent about 40 minutes telling me about these amazing ideas. And when he finished, I shook my head. I said, you're not going to like me for what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say them anyway. I said, forget this idea because it will most likely land you in jail. I was like, what? How do you mean? I said, relax. Then I started telling him stories. I started telling him stories. When I finished, I said, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for saving me with this information that you've given. So, mentors like prophets have seen what you are trying to see. They have done the things that you're trying to do. All right. So, in that specific area of life, let me drink water. Mm. Okay. So, in that specific area of life, you need their guidance, you need their sponsorship. All right. That is number two. Number three is relationship. 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 The very fact that you can associate and spend quality time with a certain individual changes everything about you, changing how you perceive yourself, changes how others perceive you, and changes everything around you. I was listening to a podcast. Somebody said that about there's this spectrum about class in life that if you want to know what your there are two metrics that we use for those spectrum of classes. Let's say its ratio is from 1 to 10 of class, 1 being the low life people, excuse me, and 10 being like royalties of the world. I'm not talking about royalties in the village, like the king of England kind of royalty or what have you. All right. So the first metrics is the one that you measure yourself and say, I'm a 6. The second one is what the society think of you. So you can tell yourself, I'm a 7, and everybody thinks you are a 3. So now said one of the ways you need to check that is check the perception or the score of the people that you have been with before that time. So in relationship, who have you dated so far? Let's say you've dated 5 people. What is their score? So if you've dated 5 people and they are between 2 to 3 to 4, all of them, then you are probably a 3, or at best you are a 4. Wise, you are thinking you are a 7. So what happens in reality is you are trying to attract and be close and build relationship with people who are 7, 8, 9, but they keep rejecting you. It becomes difficult for you to connect with them because you are actually a 4, not a 7. So what determines your score in life are the score of the people you associate yourself with. So if I ask you, give me 5 names of your friends that you can call and they will answer your call and said alpha. If those people are struggling, poor people, do not know where they are going in life, do not know what they want, they don't know. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. So paying for mentorship gives you the opportunity to be in the association of the class of the people that are mentoring you. Let me ask you this question. Has any one of you value somebody based on the class of people that he calls his or a mentor? Ladies and guys, I know I've done this before plenty times. That maybe I just met a lady and we are talking and I said, so who are your mentors? And the lady start mentioning names of people that I admire, great people. I say, these are the people I listen to. Immediately, the value of that lady will go up. Pew! But if I meet another lady, she's fine, she's beautiful. I say, which are your mentors? I say, which one is mentor? Say, I don't take Tom. Which one is mentor? I say, mentor now. People that they don't even know the meaning of the word mentor, not to talk of having one. All the beauty will just come down. Pew! If you have done that before, give me 555. You value somebody based on the kind of people they call mentor. It's important. So you don't just live life in isolation. When you have mentorship, it improves the value placed on your humanity, on your personality as a person. That's number one. Number two, you have automatic access to every relationship your mentor has. Because if I'm mentoring you and what you need is in the hands of Chris Obama, consider it done. Do you understand? Because I can call Chris and say, Chris, I need this. Based on my relationship with Chris, he's able to do those things for me. Now, what you need that is in the hands of Chris becomes me that is needing it. Because I'm mentoring you. Mentorship is not paying somebody and then they just give you a course to go on or they come to just talk to you. No. It's conversation. When I mentor you, the first thing, I don't mentor anybody without doing clarity session. You have to first sit with me and I ask you questions. So you be answering and talking. Your first session with me, now you they talk. Wallahi. If there are 1,000 words spoken in that session, you will speak 950. I will speak only 50. And those 50 are going to be questions. CK say, what if the mentor is greedy? A greedy mentor is not a mentor, he's a tormentor. He has had thought to his own tormentor. So that's the first thing I do. I ask you questions. Because when I ask you questions from your answer, I'm hearing not just what you are saying, I'm hearing what you are not saying. And from hearing your answer, I know exactly what you need. What A needs is different from B, even though A and B wants to make $10,000 a month. From your answer to me, I will know. First thing I'm trying to do is to check which of these 5 levels of life do you fall? I have about 2 popular celebrities in Nigeria that are mentoring. They are ladies. One of them still spoke to me about 2 days ago and, was asking a couple of questions. I said, you know what? Let me put you on the pedestal. I think you are going to be in level 4 of life. Say, what do you mean? Then I explained. I said, sir, you have finished me. This is my life. This is. I said, so we now know what you need. Okay? So these are 3 things a mentor, these are 3 reasons you should get a mentor. All right. If you can afford one, let me take that word back. If you are in your 30 and above, you should afford one. All right. Now, when we're talking about mentor, please don't limit your mentor to celebrities. So your mentor has to be, I'm trying to pick a name, Elon Musk. A mentor has to be Jeff Bezos or Dangote, or no, you are still dreaming. You're a dreamer. Your mentor does not have to be known. Most of my own mentors, the one that I have direct relationship with, I can call anytime. Many of you don't know them. You don't know their names. My major mentor is not on social media. I was discussing with a friend recently, and I was talking about some things that my mentor told me back in the days. And I said, who is your mentor? I mentioned the name. He said, I said, I know you can't know him because he's not even a social media person. Do you get it? Now, today, I must have made way more money than my mentor. Made way more money. But when I didn't have anything, that guy will come to the room and come with 3 books and say, Sam, read these books in the next 3 days. Come up with a summary on each of the books because, Sam, this is the only time you'll be able to read. Very soon you become rich and big. You have a lot of activities. You will not be able to read anymore. So read now. How did I know the mentor thing? I was collecting books. I used to be a collector of ebooks. So I had over 8,000 ebooks. Yeah, 8,000 ebooks in my hard drive back in the days. And I heard this man says in 8 years, Abi, he has read 1,700 books. And then I went to look for him. I sent a message. I said, I'm about to beat your record. And he called me back immediately. Talked for long, invited me over. We met, and they asked me to come and stay with him. I stayed with him for 1 month, every day, watching everything he was doing. There was a day we went to see a client, powerful woman, wife of a big politician, has money, everything. I'm very fine. They asked us to wait. 2 of us followed my mentor. So we waited at the mentor went inside. Mentor came out, was cleaning his mouth. When we entered car, I said, that woman just grabbed me and kissed me. He said, beware. This is how to do it so that they will not be grabbing and kissing you. I picked my notes. I'm writing. So these are ways you learn different things. So you need to be able to do that. You need to learn to do that. So I had to digress. I'll still come back to this, but we're talking about the 5 levels of growth in life. And I've showed you level 1, that those who don't know what they want in life, they are everywhere. A lot of you are dating them. They don't know what they want. Number 2 are those who know what they want. They are clear. They have clear desire. But they don't even know what to do to get it. Level 3 are those who know what to do to get it. They are knowledgeable. Now, level 4. This is the most dangerous level in the world. Now, here's the thing. All of us can be at level 1 in one thing and at level 4 in another thing at the same time on the same day. Even on the same thing, you can be changing levels every day. So this level thing are daily. Some of you have been in a level 4 2 years ago on a matter. Some of you probably even be at level 5 years ago. But today, life has happened. You are now in level 1. That's a terrible thing anyway, to really be clear, be doing life in a structured way, and some crises happen and you don't know what you want about life anymore. You need serious therapy, okay, to be able to pick up again. Because there are people who have lost faith about this life. Say, this life, it's kicking more nothing anymore. How many years do I have to live again, by the way, and all of that? Some of you are probably going to be asking me, what should people 40 and above be doing? We'll talk about it soon. All right. 40 to 50 is leverage creation. Let me just quickly finish that stuff. You are supposed to be creating leverage 40 to 50. There is nothing like self-employment from 40 to 50. 40 to 50 should be creating a system that other people can be working and you will be, reaping from it. Even though at the beginning you have to work it out before it becomes something that you perfectly can hand over. But at your 40 to 50, it's about leverage. Now, if you have built a business and followed from 25 to 30 and go through different mentorship from 30 to 40, by the time you are 40, you are now building whatever you were doing in your 20s for global consumption. So, as a 40-year-old, you must have a business not only in your country, which means you must be able to get cash flow from multiple countries. Either physical establishment of business in another country or other countries, or online establishment of business that people can buy from other countries. How many of you are 40 and above here? Type the word above. Type it for me. You're at least 40 and above. Let me look at how many of you I have online. 40 and above. Just type above. If you're above 40, just type the word above. And if you're on YouTube, please put thumbs up. Make this thing for good. Put thumbs up. If you are not here 40, don't type above. Somebody type far above. In your 40s, is my son still here? If you're in your 40s, or let me say it this way, all of you typing above, listening to me right now. All of you typing above, listening to me right now. Let me check this out. If you're typing above, listening to me right now, you should be doing business where people can pay you from multiple countries. You should be doing business where people can pay you from multiple countries. Now, the first rule of 40s and above, and this actually goes from 40 to like 60, is that you need to be an employer of labor. You might still keep a job, but your income is not tied to the job. The reason you are keeping the job is other reason, not income reason. So here's the deal. Excuse me. Once you are 40, even if you're still going to keep a job, the reason for keeping the job must not be income reason. The reason for keeping the job must not be for income. It has to be a calling, a desire, learning, other reason. No matter the salary. Like I established earlier, there's no salary that they want to pay you that is big enough for the kind of life you should be living. Wealth is not inside salary. That's not to say you shouldn't have or keep a job, but please, not for income's sake. Okay? If you keep a job, it should be for other reasons. So if you're 40, you have no business keeping a job for the sake of income. So what this simply means is, in addition to your job, you have to be an employer of labor. If you can't cook an idea start a business and all that, you have to join yourself with a partner or join yourself with a group of other people who knows what they are doing. And you are part and parcel of that business. Okay? So let's leave this age category thing and let's continue our stuff. So, level 4, this is the crazy, crazy, crazy level. Level 4 don't only know what to do to get their desire or their goal, they know exactly how to do it. They know exactly how to do it. So they are strategic. Level 3 are knowledgeable. Level 2, clear desire. Level 1, vague desires. But level 4, strategic. Level 4 is strategic. So they know what to do, they know how to do it. That's level 4. That's level 4. So this is a strategic level. Francis Bally say at 40 shouldn't one be a boss of his own. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm propagating. If you are in your 40s, you should be an employer of labor. You may still keep your job if you have a job, but you must be an employer of labor. So if you are 40 and above and you do not have any business where people are working for you and you're employing them, you have 1 year to put yourself together. All right. You have to start. And because you're already in your 40s and above, please don't be like a 20 years old to go and buy a course. All right. It's like Zoom is not giving me 1 hour. Oh. It's like it's 30 minutes is giving me. It's about to go off again. It's not time for you to go and buy a course and start learning things on your own. No, 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 no. You need coaching. You need coaching because you want to get things done fast. And especially if you are 50 or 60s and above, or maybe even 70s, you need coaching and mentorship. All right? You need coaching and mentorship. You need to get somebody who's doing exactly what you're doing, what you want to do, and say, I want to do what you want to do, but I need you to hold me by the hands. I need to get these things done as fast as possible. All right. So they will give you strategy, set up everything that is required to be able to get these things done, and then you can be able to pick up from there. So you are not going to get great by buying courses and all of that. You need coaching. It's very important. It's very important. If you want to join me on YouTube, just look for some Harvard TV on YouTube. I'm live. So in 9 minutes, Zoom is going to go off again. But I will come back on Zoom. Oh. So if you like Zoom, you see, come and join me again in 9 minutes. All right. So go and pay for coaching. Like I said, seed is not the same as harvest. You don't reap what you sow. So paying for mentorship is sowing. What you will get from it is always going to be much, much more. It's always going to be much, much more. It's always going to be much, much more. Those of you who are here, there is a coach that all of you know, especially the Ziba family. You know Kenny, ba? Before Kenny met, before Kenny met me, he was struggling to make money online. He's so knowledgeable. He knows a lot of things and all of that. He did 11 months, made only 20 something dollar and all of that. The day Kenny talked to me, and I said, let's talk. Oh, I like the way you talk. I like this and this and that and that. And he got under my mentorship. In 7 days, the guy made 2 million. He has never made that kind of money in that short period of time before. 2 million. Within a year or so, he has moved to out of Nigeria. He has spoken in about 4 countries. And from there, he moved to, before I even started speaking at events in Dubai, he started speaking at events in Dubai ahead of me, self. He has relocated out of Nigeria. He started earning in dollars. Now, Kenny's coaching per month is now $3,500. And it doesn't even have enough time for the people that is to take more people. Group coaching, 3-5. Just like that. So, how many people were at his same level in 2021 that are still struggling or probably lower than the level they were now in 2024? But when he took the mentorship and coaching route, you can see what he now does. And not only him, see the people that he is now coaching. My second daughter, Precious, when she met me, she was like this in depth. EFCC was dragging her here, people were dragging her here and everything. And when I looked at her, I told her, do one thing. She went to go and think about it. It's a problem of people. And she called me and said, she's ready to do it. I said, good. Now that you're ready to do it, pass. Today, the same lady has one of the best Web3 marketing agency from Africa that are now talking in investments worth millions of dollars. And the other day, she was managing celebrities and paying them in Nigeria alone, 10 million to do 1 minute video, things like that. Mentorship, coaching, speed. These people are not buying courses. They hardly have time to come to Sunday meet. All of you know, anytime Kenny come, you recognize him. Kenny is here because he's probably training his own student right now. My daughter now charges $10,000 for mentorship. The day they paid her the first whatever, she came to tell me, hey, I'm collecting $10,000 now to mentor somebody. That's what these things does. So there's a level at which I'm teaching. It's now that there's a level to what I'm teaching everybody generically, but if you are part of the people I'm mentoring, it's a different ball game. So my point is, as old as you are, if you're 40 and above, please don't waste your time with courses. Not that courses don't work, but you know to get time. And somebody is live on YouTube. Who is the fellow? You know to get time. What do you say? I've made $100 in 10 months plus. It's coaching you need, though. If you are 40 and above, if you are still young, $10, $100 in 10 months, that's good income. How many people are earning that? You do better, you do more. All right, guys. So, level 4 is the craziest level. Level 4 is knowing what to do to achieve what you want and knowing how to do it. But do you know what I figured out? That many people at level 4 who are broke, frustrated, are behind on their bills. I see so many people who are strategic. They are knowledgeable. They know what they want. They know how to get. They know what to do to get it. They know how to do the things that they need to do. They are even training other people. They are coming, but things are not working. They don't have all the things that they want. They don't have their desires. They don't have their goals. They don't have any of those things. So that's level 4. Level 4 is frustrating. Every time I find myself in level 4, I used to laugh. Because whatever it is that I want, I know what to do to get it. I know how to do it, but I'm not doing it. So level 4 people are those who know what to do. They know how to do what to do, but they are not doing it. There are a lot of you in a level 4 right here. You want to make $100,000 a year, or let's say $10,000 a month. You know what to do to get it. You know you can do affiliate marketing to get it. So you know what to do. How to do affiliate marketing, you know, because you have been attending training for 2 years. But Oga, are you making $10,000? No. Why? Because you're not doing the things you are supposed to do to get it. It's a very dangerous place to be because you can live under the illusion of I'm doing activities. I have knowledge, I have strategies. But the clear truth is, are you really doing it? Some know how to run ads, but they are not running ads. If you don't know how to run ads, it means you are in level 3. If you know how to run ads and you are not running ads, you are in level 4. Since 2001, I've established what we call traffic hacking. And I told you all that you are a traffic hacker. You are a traffic hacker. It means the only thing you do is you get traffic every day. How many of you got traffic last week? How many traffic did you generate? How many traffic did you generate? So at level 4, what you need is a voice in your head. This is where mentorship comes in. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is person that would say, go and do that thing today. If not, fire will burn you. Fire will burn your nyash. Go and do it now. And then you go, you go, you go, you go. That is the level. That's what you need. That accountability. Yeah, someone that can fire you. Someone that can fire you. That is what you need at that level. So there are too many knowledgeable people. It's not new. No, there's nothing anybody wants to teach in online income space that you don't know already. You know yourself. You know yourself. You know yourself. There's absolutely nothing somebody wants to teach, huh? That you do not know already. You know yourself. There is nothing. There is nothing anybody wants to do that you've not learned already. The only difference is you're not doing it. Now, okay, I think I'll get into what I want to say on level 5. So to be able to run out of this very, very bad level, you need a mentor. You don't need a friend. Your friend most times will not even talk to you about productive things. Your friend is probably also in your shoe. He also knows things and he's also not doing things. You need somebody whose voice you can obey. All right. Now, there are people who learn from me who have called me sir, but have come back to insult me for funny reasons. Me, I no go kuku fight you. There are people who have insulted me. There's one guy that went ahead insulted me and said all kinds of things. Unknown to him, the person he was venting for is a lawyer protege of mine. He screenshotted the chat and say, see what this person is saying, sir. What really happened? I said, I did not know. This person you are talking about has access to me. If he was unhappy, he could chat me directly. And from what I've read, what he's talking about is not really a deal. He should just have reached out. So I said, okay, you know what? I will reach out to him. So I tried to reach out. I could not reach out. I found someone else that knows him. I said, please let me reach him. I want to reach him. And I reached him and I said, I understand you have grief about the following things. Let me clarify for you. Number one, this is what's happening. Number two, number three, number four, and all of that. So, sorry, did not know, and all of that. So, okay, fantastic. Now that you know, this is how we go forward and all. So, by the way, this thing you are doing, How far have you gone? Sir, this is where I am. I said, you need this, you need this, you need this. Don't worry. I will connect you with who will do this for you. I'll connect you who will do that for you and all of that. And today, the guy can die for me. You know, when someone loves you so much, it's crazy. So, if that respect is not there, if you have lost that honor factor, that person cannot mentor you, no matter what they know. All right? Because they cannot instruct you to go and do something, and then you do it. There are things I come here to teach every Sunday that some of you don't practice. It's because I'm not your mentor. My word in your life no carry weight. You are just borrowing my knowledge. So you need someone that can say, do this, and then you will do it. Okay? They are the ones that you need in your life. The number one person for such, if you're 40 and above again, should be your spouse. If you're a woman, your husband. If you're a man, your wife. That should be one of the number one person that should be able to do that. So if you're running a business as a vehicle to achieve a financial goal, and there are things you should do in your business, but for one reason or another, you are not having the juice to do it. You know what to do, you know how to do it, but you're not doing it. Then your partner can say, Baba Biliki, ẹ lọ ṣe kínní yìí o, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe kínní yìí, nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ o, ó yẹ lọ ṣe. It could use different tone. For me, this is a tone I respond to a lot, and this is me giving you my life secret in public. If you want to get me to do something, don't instruct me. Say, go and do that. Don't threaten me. Oh, if you don't do that, you will not get this. Don't do that. Then don't compare me with other people. Said, is that how your mates are doing? This is how to get me to do anything. You know you are bigger than this. You know this. You know that. How can we hear that I owe you? No, now, come on. This thing will not take you to finish. Hey! See me in action. There was one lady I was dating some years ago. It was, how long ago was this? So probably about 15 years ago or so, or not 13 years ago. Amazing lady, doing pretty big and all of that. And so she has more money because she has a running business. She runs a shoe business. She has a factory. She has a showroom. And then what else does she have? A lot of stuff. She has a car. She lives in her father's duplex. So, and she was so big that she was making shoes for the president of Nigeria at that time. Make shoes for celebrities and also she's a big girl. And me can be the boyfriend. Me, all I have is knowledge and my skill of speaking, the whatever, now that one swallow I'm up and all that. But I broke past just right. It was those years that I still used to trek, from church to my house. I passed through Copper's family house so that they would welcome me and give me food and all of those things. So it was those years. And then I had this idea that I needed money for. She was building something then, so she really didn't have a lot of cash flow to delve or to divulge into what I wanted to do. So there was an idea that we can apply to Bank of Industry, are giving loan for that project. So she told me to do a proposal. I said, I will work on it. I didn't really do the proposal because I wasn't, after we do it, we didn't really give us all this government thing because I have been disappointed by a certain American investor who wanted to invest in myself and my friend on a 200 million naira agriculture project. And we spent about 2 years building up the entire idea and everything. When it gets to funding, they disappointed us. So I wasn't really ginger to work. So this auntie now started using all kinds of stuff. One said, if you do not write the proposal, don't talk to me. Like play, she no pick my call. Number two, if you do not, is that how your mate are doing? Is that how me I'm doing? If I'm like you, long story short, instead of me doing the proposal, I broke up the engagement. So there are different languages that different people respond to. All right. But if I have a mentor that is guiding me on a project, I don't dictate to my mentor how to get me to do things. As a matter of fact, because of my ego and my brand and everything, I don't want to even appear before a mentor and have to give him an excuse why I've not done something. No, no, no. Just because I don't want to have that conversation, I will not sleep until I get it done. Did you get? I won't sleep until I get it done. I don't need my mentor to tell me, hey, you've not done this. No. To avoid such a conversation, I will get things done. And that's kind of mentor I am too. If I'm mentoring you and I have to follow you to do something, I don't think that relationship will work. You should be afraid of having that conversation with me where I get to say, but you should know this thing now. You should have. Okay? So that is what fixes it. The money you're looking for is at the other side of practicing what you are supposed to practice. If you don't do, you don't make. So it's okay to know what to do. It's okay to know how to do it. But if you don't do it, you're at the most dangerous level. Level 1 even have excuse. You know, those ones are NFA, no future ambition. That's who they are. But level 4 is like a level 1 that has ambition but is not doing what it's supposed to do. It's a terrible place to be. And many of you listening to me are there. Not all of you, but a lot of you are in level 4. Something is wrong with you fundamentally for knowing what to do to get your income goal, for knowing how to do it, and you're not doing it. If you're in level 3, it's fine. You know what you need. You just need to get a mentor to show you the how of the what. Or get courses, get trainings, and take your time to learn the how. But please, when you get the how, you will get to level 4. So now you need to get to level 5, which is actually doing things. Now, level 5 will lead you into 3 major outcomes, or 2 major, 2.5 kind of outcome. All right, 3 possible outcomes that will come from level 5. Number 1 is that you will get that desire. You hit your goal. Number 2 is that you will discover new things. All right? You discover new things, new ways, new approach to do the things that you now know how to do. Why? Because if you know something and you practice, for example, run ads, generate leads, and nurture the leads and sell to them. That's the process of a sales funnel. And then you're running ads. You may not even be getting leads, or you're getting leads and the leads are begging you for giveaway. You know something is wrong. So your targeting is wrong. You don't know the right avatar to target. So now reaching to the right people. You're reaching to people who are hungry, who want to collect from you, not people who need the solution or the product you have to offer. Okay? So you now learn how that thing cannot work. So the 3 outputs are always desire, deserve, or discovery. Desire is when you get exactly what you want. Deserve is when you didn't get what you want because you didn't do what you're supposed to do. And that's typically level 4. The third one is discovery. You did what you are supposed to do, but you didn't get the result you're supposed to get. Why? Because you didn't do all that can be done. So you discover by troubleshooting, all right, the process, you troubleshoot the process is, I missed this. I didn't know about this. And that comes when you don't take failure or lack of result personally, and you keep asking questions, connecting to the divine inspiration through either a mentor. You know, growth or greatness in life is due to external voices. Please write that down. Greatness in life is due to external voices. So it's either the voice of the spirit, for those of you who are spiritual, or the voice of a mentor. It's either the voice of the spirit or the voice of a mentor, or better still, the voice of both. So greatness in life is due to external voices. If you are isolated in your approach, you will struggle. You will struggle. Mentor exists everywhere. Angelina Kojo needs to coach Burna Boy before he won Grammy. He lost to her some 3 years ago or so, went under her mentorship, and then the next year, the boy picked his own Grammy. Okay? So next year, if Davido can go and humble himself and go to Burna Boy to mentor him on how to get Grammy, maybe we'll get Grammy. I just had to use that funny analogy. But the truth is, you need the presence of external voices, correct external voice in your life to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You cannot do things on your own. Stop trying to get things done on your own or by yourself. You cannot. Dotun, I see you. Okay. So these, ladies and gentlemen, are the 5 levels of growth. And I wanted to touch this because the people who are in the family meeting have been listening and learning from me for years. Some just joined, some are just learning, and some have been learning for years. And I know that majority are not getting the result they want yet. So I noticed that majority don't even know the result they want. Now, out of those who are remaining, some know exactly what they want. They have set the goal, they are fixed, they are clear about it, but they don't know what to do to get it done. And the next category, they are clear and they know what to do, but they don't know how to do it. And then the next category, I've learned the how, they know the how, but they are not doing it. And I know there are a cool number of people in this level. All right. So, and then the final ones are those who are really doing it and then they are getting the results. If you do it, you get the results you need. So, I want you to answer me in the chat. What level are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Be sincere. I want to read. Give it to me. Give it to me. I've given you the solution of every level, Shao. But I will still mention the solution. So I need you to give me your levels in the chat. So I see a level 3. I see there's a level 1 claiming level 3 or 4 because now he's not sure. He's putting 3 to 4. Well, you are in level 1, young man. For you not to even know exactly where you are. See, level 4, level 2. Good. You have to be clear. Are you an FFA, NFA, no future ambition, level 1? Or you have future ambition, know exactly what you want financially. All right? That's level 2. You know what you want financially and you know what to do to get it, level 3. But you don't know how yet. Or you know what to do and you know how to do it, but you are not getting that result yet because you are not doing it. You are level 4. My favorite people. Yeah, fantastic. I'm seeing good numbers here too. Fantastic. There's no level 1 on this call. That's good. Thank God they did not come. A level 1 cannot even be here. That's the truth. It's very unlikely for a level 1 not to be here. I mean, to be here rather. It's very, very unlikely. So, if you are level 1, you need clarity. Clarity. If you are level 2, you already have clarity. So you need skills. All right. If you are level 3, you have clarity, you have skills. What you need is strategies. So you need strategies. If you are level 4, you need mentorship. Now, to get strategies, you need coaching or mentorship. Okay. So they work together with you, or you need someone to just tell you to go and do stuff. So you don't know the how, you need coaching. The coaching shows you the how and guides you on the how, right? So that takes you to level 4. But for already in level 4, you know the how already, you know the what, you know the how. You need mentorship. You need a voice to get you to do stuff, to get you disciplined, to guide you on all the things you need to be able to do it. All right. So these are the things you need in order to be able to work. Now, I need people who are in level 4 who would like to work with me. There is something I want to do. Um, we're going to start, I think, on the 10th of March. It's a 100 days challenge. All right. I'm wondering why I'm not even doing 30 days challenge, but it's going to be an 100-day challenge. It's not, we're not going to be in class for hours like this. All right. It's just a few minutes a day. I will drop a content for you in the group. You watch the content and you do all the things I ask you to do inside the content, and you must report back that same day. All right. And they're going to be, I want to really guide you to get results. You already know, you are clear about how much you want to make. You're clear about the vehicles you will use. If you don't know the vehicle, I will still give you more vehicles inside the training anyway. But nonetheless, you are know, you know it, and you know how to do it already. You've been learning and all that, but you are not making the money yet. All right, you're not doing all the things that you need to be able to do. All right, so I want you to be a part of the. I want you to be a part of the. What's the name now? The 100 days challenge. Some of you have registered for it already. It's only $100. It's $1 per day. All right, it's $1 per day. Um, if you are interested, you need to reach me. I'm not sure what's link because I did not prepare to do that, but find a way to reach me. If one of the ways to reach me, those of you who are part of the um, Ziba family, just send a message to my WhatsApp line. If you are not part of Ziba family or you're watching on Instagram, send a DM to the account you're watching the stuff on. Or if you're on YouTube, just come to Instagram and send a DM as well. Samavad underscore or Re Samavad, either of the two, send a DM. If I've not replied your DM, go and comment on my latest posts that I should check DM. That if you drop DM, comment on the post, and then till I reach out to you. All right. So you have between now and the 9th day of March to come up with that money. All right. So you have between now and the 9th day of March. Toluwani just drop the phone number. I have multiple WhatsApp number. Please, this is the only one you should chat for that purpose. Some people chat some of the lines that I do not use anymore, and I'm not able to respond to them. So you don't want to fall prey to that and not get access to me. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm going to take you to level 5 in 100 days for the goal that you have set for yourself. Is the cheapest form of mentorship you can get from me. All right. If you want my one-on-one, it will cost you $20,000. This is $100 for groups. I just want to do it for a few people, strictly for Ziba family members, actually. But I'm willing to extend it to anyone outside that wants to be able to do that. So reach out. I just dropped the number on YouTube as well. So you want to send a message, it's simply $100. You can pay in different currencies anywhere in the world. There's no difference. If you are, excuse me, naira will be 1,170,000 naira. Tomorrow, it might be 2,000 because exchange rate might go to 2K. Whatever it is, you pay that. So that's for those who needs that. If you have paid before for it, congratulations. You don't need to pay anything anymore. You're good. You should be on the Telegram group already. If you have not, please do that before then. So, the 100 days is not for training. I'm not training you. It's not for clarity. You already know how much you want to make. It is for action. So, what will happen is there are going to be 100 days of daily action. 100 days of daily action. That's all we are doing. 100 days of daily action. That's what we're doing. So register, send me a message that you want to join the 100 days challenge. $100 only. Tell me your country, and then we'll get you the payment option that goes with your country, and you can be a part of that. That's what I can do for you. Now, for those of you who are in level 3, you are clear of what you want to make, but you do not know what to do, or you do not know how to do it. You can join the BCP program, all right? That's beyond the course, all right? So I assume you've gone through courses, but you're not making money. So you want to learn skills, strategies, and all. Go and join that program. It's very, very, very affordable. It's just $20 alone for a whole year. All right, it's just $20 alone. Now, the rest of you who are not clear how much you want to make or whatever, I want you to go to samava.com and select I want to make money online. I have a free course for you there that I want you to go and take. All right, it's going to help you with clarity. It's going to show you all the ways to make money online and show you all the guides that you need to follow. So that's a beginner level. Go and take that course. That course I used to charge for it, but I'm giving it to you for free. Just go to samava.com. It's my name, Sam, HARVARD.com. So go there, and then you'll be able to get that directly. Okay, so I've given all the categories something. Those of you who are at least 40 and above, find $100 will not be bigger than you. Find it and be a part of this. If you are younger too, you can join. All right, because it's action. All right, action, action, action. 100 days of taking action. All right, and it's going to blow your mind what this will do for you at the end of the 100 days. So that's the top category. The mid category, those who want to learn strategies, learn different ways I make money, the 3 ways I make money, the same thing I taught all these my guys I'm talking about. You want to learn all those ones, go do $20 BCP. If you do not have $20 and you don't even know, you are just starting, go to samava.com, go and take the free course. If you are the smartest person here, take all the 3. All right. Sky Diamond, I dropped a message on the Telegram. Please go and comment on that message. Put your email there so that you can be added to the course can be added to you. Yeah. Go and comment. All right. So that the course can be added to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Sky Diamond, you've done it. Fantastic. Don't worry. It will be added to you. Once it's done, you'll be notified. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for being a part of this. I hope you have learned a thing or two and you're going to be good. If you want to register for BCP, it's very simple. Just go to samharvard.com/landing. Somebody help me type that. samharvard.com/landing. samharvard.com, HTTPS. Okay, let me even go and look for it. Come and drop it. samharvard.com. Okay, give me this. Yes, I found it. Okay. So I put that on Zoom for you. If you want to pay for BCP or register, it's there. All right, I'm bringing it on Zoom, samharvard.com/landing. So you can go register for it. It's just $20 only. Very, it's not much. Okay. Let me see if I can drop that on Instagram as well. But Instagram will not be able to click the link. So if you're on Instagram, you want to buy that, just send me a DM anyway. You'll not be able to click link inside. But I can give it to you also. Sounds good. Okay, so you have it. You have it also on Instagram. Okay, it's already pinned. It's there. So just amharvard.com/landing. That's where you get the BCP. If you want to pay for the 100 days challenge of $100, you have to send me a message. Just send me a message for that one. You get it, and then you'll be able to be a part of it. So, and then if you just need to take the free course on samharvard.com, please just go there and do that, and then you'll be fine for a start. But depending on your level, I've given you something. Now, if anyone is here and you want my one-on-one mentorship, there is a slot for 10 people for only $1,000. I still have about 5 of those slots. You can join the one-on-one. It's one-on-one plus group. Actually, there's group and one-on-one. So you'll be able to be part of the one-on-one. Just $1,000 only. Send a message for that one. So if you are in that category, so you want a very, very fast result. I don't want groups. I want to be able to tell you my problem. Let me know where I am. Guide me. Do this and that. You can take advantage of that and be a part. Just 5 more slots remaining, and I'll be at the total 10 that I want to do. What you are getting is worth $20,000 for 3 months, but you're getting for only 1,000. So that's that. Just send me a message if you want that as well, and then we'll be good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being a part of today. I'll see you next week. We're going to have a nice time. Have a lovely, lovely week.
Business coach, millionaire mentor, a multi-talented serial entrepreneur, Africa's most sought-after sales guru, the boss of sales superstars, internationally acclaimed best-selling author, a public speaker par excellence, life and finance strategist.
My name is Sam Harvard.